Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to episode 118 of Talking Strange Led with your host, Hank Strange, and special guest appearance from our buddy, our friend, Left Hand or Left Eye or some craziness like that.
Left nut, left toe. Hey, that was a good intro, man. I like that.
You like that? Okay.
Good job. Yeah.
So I'm going to send you a bill now.
You were almost doing your movie voice.
Yeah, I was like, man, let me come up. I was going to do an old lady voice, and then I was like, I don't know if you know how to handle.
Remember how bad I butchered the movie voice last week?
It wasn't too bad.
In a world where a man can have his own YouTube channel and talk about guns.
In a world where Marty only has one left nut.
The Una Nutter.
Yeah.
So, Lead Heads, welcome back. And obviously, you know, Hank Strange is in the house.
What up, yo?
Things are getting crazy already. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, my apologies for messing up your show already.
That's okay. As long as we have fun, that's all that matters. We may drop down to our last two listeners, but hey, that's two.
Hey, those are two awesome people on the face of the planet.
Two awesome people that will win all the trivia questions every week and get all the prizes. Seems like I only have two people that do that anyway, but we'll get to the trivia question here in a little bit.
Stay tuned for trivia.
That's right. So, Hank, tell us what you did with guns this week.
So, what I did with guns this week, Marty?
Do you got to think about it?
Is that short? Is that short for like Martinson, Martin Hammer?
Martavius.
Really? That's short for Martavius?
You're laughing at my name, dude? Come on.
No, hold on.
Gave me that name.
Is that a joke or is that really? Don't tell me your name's really Martavius.
It's not. It's
okay.
It's Martin.
Oh, okay. I was about to say,
show,
man,
Martin.
Yeah, you don't look black.
My mama's black.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna leave that alone.
So I know you posted a new video this week, Hank. We talked about it on last week's show. You had just built a new pistol, Spike's Tactical AR pistol, and
we built.
You're teasing us with that. So what? How'd that come out? How'd it turn out?
It turned out pretty good. We posted a video on it, I think, yesterday. I really enjoy it. You know, it's a 7-inch barrel, but it has the Barking Spider 2 crank style brake on the front of it.
Well, that's above average for most men, so don't be ashamed.
Oh, really? 7.5 inches? I wouldn't know about that.
You start shrinking in the chair.
I mean, my people come from Mandingo stock, so.
You're pirates. Pirates don't fold it in half for nobody.
That was last week. Last week I was a pirate. Okay.
So this week you're Mandingo. Okay.
Yeah. This week we are going with Mandingo.
Okay. Back to the Spike's pistol.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How do we get off the rails? Okay. So the Spike's pistol, it has the Barking Spider 2 crank style brake on the front of it. So that helps you with back pressure and all those problems that people say. People always say with a 223 pistol, especially with a really, really short barrel like that, it's just for fun or flash or whatever. But I really enjoyed it, man. It works great for me. I didn't put
They're loud. They're really loud.
What's really loud? The pistols?
The short barrel rifles or pistols, yeah. It's been in my experience that they're a lot louder than a 16-inch barrel or longer.
You wind up having a lot of wasted energy, I think, right?
Yeah, but what I was going to say, a lot of those muzzle devices are designed to dissipate the sound instead of it, like in case you're at a shooting range, instead of the sound getting shot out to everybody to your side, it'll either push it forward or some of them will even push it back, or it'll push it down or it'll push it up. You can direct it.
Yeah, I find a lot of the muzzle brakes are designed to help the person firing the gun control it, but they can really give two craps about your neighbors to the left or the right of you.
Obviously, when I've been to the range, that's been the case.
Yeah, they're pretty obnoxious for whoever's standing next to you. So, with
those Noveski pig, I can't think of what they're called right at the second, but they're those big round cans.
Yeah, Noveski makes this. There's actually quite a few people that make things like that.
Yeah, I think Noveski is the one that made them popular.
Probably.
I got
That's where
I got
saw
one
them.
from Aries Armor. It's just like the Noveski Pig, but it's
Right.
Aries Armor, and it was a third of the price or less. Yeah, but
How did
those are
that work?
designed. It works good. I've got it on a
Mhm.
couple of my AR pistol builds, and I'm building another one. I'm in the process of building one, also another one.
Cool.
But I like taking different ones off and trying them out. All Star Tactical's got one that I really want to try out, and it really helps muzzle rise.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, there's
Centola.
so many. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them coming out. Some of them tend to be heavier, so it really depends what you're looking for. It always adds a little bit of weight, you
Well,
know.
with an AR pistol, they're already going to be a little bit lighter anyway,
Yeah.
just because there's less material involved. But I like to go light, man. I like to keep my stuff light.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, you want to get it as light as you can get it, but still be functional. What I was looking for was control. So I noticed with this particular setup, it seemed to me like I got a reasonable level of control. I didn't use a SIG brace or anything like that. I just used the pistol buffer tube and rested it on my cheekbone there.
Yeah. You didn't put it on your
And
shoulder?
no, I didn't put a SIG brace on it, but no, I mean, I
You
didn't
can
put
still
anything
put
on my shoulder.
you can still put the buffer tube on your shoulder and brace it on
Yeah.
your shoulder too. And supposedly that's okay. You can do that. But if
Yeah,
there's
it's
a SIG
still
brace on there and you do that, it's not okay. Yeah, that's stupid.
supposedly, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Whatever. I mean, it's so, all that stuff is so crazy. But you know what? The reason why I didn't put a SIG brace on there, I'm just starting to feel like the SIG braces just don't look that good.
Don't
I
look
know
that
that.
good?
Yeah, I know that's not relevant to anything, but I put a SIG brace on there and then took it off, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna put it back on. I was like, no, I don't. I just don't like it with the SIG brace on there.
Well, with
So
the controversy that's going on with those SIG braces, I mean, you're better off just leaving it off anyway.
yeah,
No sense setting yourself up for a bunch of grief if you don't have to. But I keep mine on mine. I like them. I think they're
mm,
useful. They give it a better balance, I think, overall.
right. Okay.
But I mean, if you want a short barrel rifle, you might as well go ahead and register it, pay the $200, and then throw a real buttstock on there if that's what you want.
Yeah, that's what I'm
In
gonna
my
start
opinion.
doing. Yeah. I think I like short barrel rifles. I don't have one. I'm thinking about just getting a short barreled rifle. And also I would like to have an integrated suppressor. What do you think about that?
I think, all right, and I've stated this on the show before, but my opinion about suppressors is I think all guns should be suppressed. And
Yeah.
I just think for health purposes, for your hearing and just noise pollution overall, I think
Yeah.
there's no reason why suppressors need to be this, thought of as a bad or outlawed or have to pay an extra tax stamp for them or something like that when they're actually something that helps your health,
Yeah,
helps everyone around you's health.
yeah, it's just a silly thing that we do here. And I know there are countries, I can't tell you right now because I know the next thing you're going to do is ask me what countries, but there are countries in the world where people buy suppressors in blister packs. So you can go into stores and get like 5 suppressors in one thing, like you
Like
go to
just
Costco.
pull it off the shelf, huh?
Yeah, you don't have to go through all this crazy stuff, and it's for that same reason. It's just a tool for convenience. But because of movies and TV shows, people think that this is a tool of
They
assassins
villainized it.
or something.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
villainized James Bond.
yeah, and
Yeah,
even some
get
gun
James Bond
guys
to
think
thank for
that. Yeah, even some gun. I was talking to a real old school gun guy that was like selling guns back in the days with Methuselah or something. And he's a friend of mine. Hopefully, he won't hear this. But I was talking to him about the whole suppressor thing. And here in Florida, they made suppressors legal for hunting. So it's gotten a resurgence here, and it's a little bit easier to get all the paperwork to go through. And he was like, there's only one reason why you'd want a suppressor. And I was like, okay, I can think of a bunch of reasons, but what's your one reason? And he was alluding to that people would just want that to be assassins or something and kill people.
Okay, so there's a good fact to fight the myth.
SDI is proud to present the Talking Lead Fact to Fight the Myth.
Yeah, I mean, it's first of all, you can have a suppressor; it still makes noise.
Suppressor, you don't need a suppressor to be an assassin.
No.
As a matter of fact, most assassins don't use suppressors.
Yeah, even the things we hear in the news, so all this stuff that these guys are trying to use to push news, how often do you even hear that? I can't remember hearing anything like that of anyone, so it's really, and it's not as quiet as people think. I think Military Arms Channel has a good video on that where he went through all these different kinds of I think it's a series, and he's going through all these different kinds of suppressors. It's not as quiet as you think. It depends what you're shooting at, where you're shooting, and if you're really going to do.
I think it's a significant reduction in sound, depending on what firearm you're using.
It's a reduction in sound in terms of it makes it where you're not going to damage your ears as much.
Mm-hmm.
But it still makes noise.
And you're not going to piss off your neighbors if you want to go out and you want to fire off, a couple of magazines in the evening. If you're somewhere where you can legally do that.
Yeah, but you get the highest level of suppression and sound when you run subsonic. Well, I mean, subsonic ammo is not as easy as you think to come by. It's more expensive. All that kind of stuff.
It can be. It's not necessarily always is, but
depending on what it is as well.
But you're dealing with a higher grain typically.
Yeah,
a heavier, higher grain, heavier grain.
Yeah.
Is it higher or heavier?
Heavier,
or both, or are both appropriate? I don't know. You tell us, leadheads.
I think it's got to be heavier so it goes slower. So
yeah, well, that's the whole point. I mean, it's heavier, or it's what was the other word I used?
Higher. I don't know.
Higher grain count. Well, it's
higher grain count. I see where you're going.
The higher grain count. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I still don't think it's as super quiet as people see in the movies, and they think that suppressors just go like that, I mean, that's not really true. Depending on what it takes a bunch of things to get to that level. So, I think it does make it more convenient, though, like you said, so.
Chad had one, I think he had one on the RFB, the 308, out at the IV-888 shoot last year, and it significantly reduced the noise of a 308.
Okay, so it made the noise of the 308 where it wasn't obnoxious, but not where people would be like, "What was that whisper I just heard?"
Well, they're not complete silencers. They don't they suppress, and that's what they're for. Yeah. They're to reduce the decibels so that they're not damaging your ear, they're not annoying to your neighbors, and it also for military and assassin purposes, it dissipates the noise, so it's harder to track where it's coming from. So you can't be as easily spotted.
Yeah, so it depends. The quietest suppressors I've seen were probably 22 with subsonic 22.
That's going to make sense.
Yeah, so that's the closest that I've seen come to what they show you in the movies, kind of a thing. And so everyone thinks that that's what they all are, but it really isn't.
All right, name 5 movies where suppressors are used by assassins or snipers. Quick.
5 movies where they. Okay, how about the Expendables 1, Expendables 2, Expendables 3?
No, they didn't have snipers using suppressors. No, not in all.
In Expendables?
Not in all 3 of them.
Okay, well, I know Expendables 3 is the last one that I can remember seeing. I saw all 3 of them.
The one that had Chris Hemsworth's brother, which one was that, number 2 or 3?
That was 2.
Okay, so they did use a suppressor in that one on a sniper rifle because he was the sniper and he used the suppressor on that.
Yeah, they had them in 3, I think, but yeah.
That was the one with the Ronda Rousey chick, right?
Yes.
I can't remember who used a sniper rifle on that. I don't know. They may have. All right, so there's 1. We'll call Expendables. All the Expendables are 1.
Okay.
So
no, wait. Hold on a second. The Expendables are all 1?
That just counts as 1. That's a franchise.
Okay. Mr. and Mrs. Smith. How about that? I'm sure they used it in Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Yes. Yeah. Good call. Yeah.
Okay. 3 Days to Live. Did you ever see that?
That's the one with Kevin Costner, right?
Yes. Very
3 Days to Kill. It's called 3 Days to Kill.
Touche, my friend. Touche.
Yes.
And you didn't even have to look it up on IMDb. I'm actually looking at it on IMDb.
Oh, are you really? Look, you cheater. All right, you got 2 more.
What do you said? Oh, I've got 2 more. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, A-Team.
The A-Team?
Yeah, A-Team.
Did they use a suppressed gun in that to assassinate or to snipe someone?
I don't know. What about Losers? How about that?
Yes, Losers did. Yes.
Yeah,
The
losers for
Indian,
sure.
the Indian dude. I don't
Uh,
remember his name in it.
the Indian dude in Losers.
Yeah, he was the one who wore the cowboy hat, but he was of Indian descent, of cowboy and Indian descent, American Indian, cowboy and Indian. I'm going to edit that out.
I don't even know who that is. I like that movie, but I don't even know who you're talking about.
Maybe he's Mexican. I thought he was
Yes,
Indian, but maybe he's Mexican.
Yeah, okay, clean it up. Yeah, that's.
I'm sorry. Maybe he's Latino. I think he was Latin.
Yes. Yeah. He could be from Mexico. It's okay to call someone Mexican if they're from Mexico.
But I don't know, so I'll call him of Latin descent. How about that?
Yeah.
Could be Portugal.
So,
all right, so you got one more. One more, big boy. Come on.
I'm of Latin descent, by the way.
No, you're of Calico. You're Calicoan.
Don't take anything I say serious. I was born in South America. I think I can safely say I'm of Latin descent.
I think everybody can say that they're of Southern descent.
Sudamerica.
You're south of something always.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, isn't that 5 yet, man?
No, you got one more, dude. One more. Come on, you can do it. You could do this.
One more. I'm thinking Watchmen. Watchmen. Yeah, I'm looking at IMDb.
Watchmen.
Yeah, Watchmen had that. Also with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Because remember Jeffrey Dean Morgan in Watchmen? He was the smiley face guy.
Yeah, I remember him. He's the one got thrown out the window.
Yeah, he was an assassin.
But did he use a suppressor?
I don't know.
So that's the whole thing. The category is 5 movies that a sniper or an assassin used a suppressor. Come on, the most obvious one is James Bond. Come on, let's throw it out there.
Oh, you're going old school. Okay,
I didn't say what era.
Dr. No. There you go, Dr. No. I'll go with that.
Several James Bond movies, so it's a franchise. So the franchise James Bond, boom, there you go.
Yeah, I think every James Bond movie used suppressors that I could think of.
Okay, you're just throwing it out there. You're ready to move on to the next topic. Let's go.
Quantum of Solace.
SDI's 32 semester credit hour certificate program in gunsmithing and 60 credit hour Associate of Science in Firearms Technology degree program can work hand in hand and are the most complete training programs of their kind. SDI strives to give you the best quantity and quality of professional gunsmithing information and tools. These programs are perfect for students interested in careers in the firearms industry or for those who are interested in owning their own gunsmithing business. Our programs are delivered via distance learning, which allows our students to maintain full-time jobs, families, military service, and more while working towards their degree or certificate. The Sonoran Desert Institute mission is adding value to our students' lives by providing innovative, relevant, and applicable workplace-driven education through distance-delivered instructions. Visit them at sdi.edu. Quantum of Solace, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
I can't wait for the next one. Spectre. That's going to be the next one. I'm looking forward to it.
Daniel Craig is growing on me as a James Bond.
Oh, man. He had me from Hello.
Oh, really?
Yeah. From the
you
very
sound
first
like Lola.
Well, she probably likes him for different reasons.
Yeah, she likes those little Cro-Magnum looking like hairy dudes.
He's not hairy.
Maybe that's what she thinks in her mind.
Okay.
Well, and you know what the funny thing is? Daniel Craig is now leaving, man. So who do you think should be the next James Bond?
So Spectre's his last movie?
I think so. I think they're going to replace him, get a new James Bond.
So he only did 3. Is it 3 or 4? So he did.
I'm going to say he did at least
Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace,
and this one.
No, there was one after Quantum of Solace.
Skyfall.
Skyfall.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you're good.
And now this one. So he'll have done 4.
Yeah,
I think they need to keep him on. Of course, he's kind of getting old, I guess. I don't know.
I'm sure he's done with it at this point.
He's no older than Sean Connery
or Pierce Brosnan. Let's bring back Pierce Brosnan.
He was a good one. I like Pierce too. He was one of my favorites. I didn't think he could be replaced, but Craig did a good job. They'll find somebody. It'll work itself out. Another movie I'm looking forward to that's coming out is Star Wars. The new Star Wars trilogy. Yeah. What's the new one called?
I don't know. The Phantom Menace of Society.
The Return of Star Wars. I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. That'll be a good one too.
The return of the. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. And one of the things I like about what I see in it is that they're trying to do most of the effects. I'm sure there's going to be some that are 3D, but they're trying to do most of the effects in camera. It's
What does
called
that
The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Now you're into the showbiz stuff. What does that mean? What you just said?
Okay, so when I say
camera.
when I say they're trying to do the effects in camera, they're actually building real sets instead of doing everything in 3D.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you remember,
instead of doing CG, is that what you're saying?
yeah. So in episode 1 or whatever that was, Jar Jar Binks was some kind of crazy character.
Hated that.
Yeah, so, you've got to get into
Yoda.
a suit now.
Yoda in the original he was a Muppet, so they use Muppets and real costume actors. So that's what you're saying.
Yeah, they're going back to that, which is awesome. So when you see the Millennium Falcon, it's not just some.
It's a model.
Yes. Well, they're going to do models, and then they're going to build actual, real scale models of it as well.
Cool.
Instead of just CGing, making everything in CG. So that should be cool.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting, And then we get to see if Princess Leia is like, a cougar or whatever.
Oh, dude, you have not seen her? She did not age
go with
well.
no. Yeah.
She did not age well at all.
I think Harrison Ford is the only person who aged well out of all of that.
Yeah, because, Mark Hamill definitely didn't.
No, but he got banged up in like car accidents or whatever.
Yeah, he had a wreck after the second one, or was it after Star Wars?
I can't believe you're a Star Wars nerd.
Oh, dude, I grew up on Star Wars. I'm a big
me too, man.
Star Wars geek. So do you go to like Dragon Con and Comic Cons and those kind of things?
No, I've never been to one. I'd like to. I've never been to one though.
Oh, those things are fun, man.
Yeah.
They're awesome. There's one coming up in Nashville next weekend. It's called Comic Con. You ought to come up. Come up and we'll go. You can dress up like your favorite pirate. You could be Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Jack Sparrow would not be my favorite pirate, but okay.
Oh, speaking of pirates, I heard that they found Blackbeard's ship. Have you heard that?
Really? Where? Off Florida?
That may not be new news, but I was listening to the radio this week, and they were talking about how they're excavating or whatever they do underwater. They're bringing up all the cannons and stuff from Blackbeard's ship, man. Figures probably one of your relatives.
Yeah, no, I thought they killed Blackbeard. I thought they decapitated him or something.
That's probably why his ship got sank and is at the bottom of the sea. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just in the Pirate Museum a few weeks ago in St. Augustine, but I can't. Don't ask me what I learned from there because I already forgot it all.
Okay, so it was the only thing trip.
It was supposed to be, but the only thing I remember is this, man. I think they said the statistic, which I'm sure I'm going to quote it wrong, is 80% of people died from gunshot wounds were like gut shots.
Back in the pirate days?
Yeah, so that's what did most of the killing, gut shots.
Gut shot. Well, they had those big old, what do they call, blunder blasters that were man. The size of cannons anyway.
Yeah, and cannonballs the size of your fist. So I actually put up a picture on Instagram of a skeleton that they have in the museum with a fist-size cannonball in the dude's gut.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it was a really painful way to go, man.
So was it an actual, or did they just did that?
No, it was from an actual dude.
So it was a real dead dude with a cannonball in his gut.
Yes, and it was on. I put a picture of it on Instagram. Let me see. I'm gonna go pull it up right now. And
all right, so go to Hank Strange's Instagram, and it's just Hank Strange. Yeah. Add Hank Strange, I guess, right?
Yeah, you'll see a pirate flag and a little thing that says "a shot in the gut," and it'll be the skeleton with a big cannonball in the gut. And the guy's name was Captain Thomas Tew.
Okay. All right, so leadheads, go to his Instagram page and leave a comment that says "Arg."
Yeah. I stake there'll be treasure there.
Is it leadhead stake our treasures? Arg.
Yeah. Yeah. But that was the thing that stuck out in my mind the most.
Okay.
And also gold coins were really thin.
Okay. Is that why they always had to like bite them and and do all that? Is like that told them how much gold it was, or if it was real or not?
Well, if you think about most of the movies that we know that are pirate movies, right? Like one of my favorites was The Goonies.
They always bite the coins just to see if they're real or something. I don't know.
Well, they always show you these really thick gold coins, you know? Maybe it just comes across better on film. Yeah. But in reality, the gold was like little.
Oh, dude, don't tell the chocolate companies that, because they'll start making their little chocolate gold coins a lot thinner.
Yeah.
They'll start ripping us off.
That would be more authentic.
All right, man, let's move on. Let's move on to our jackwagon of the week.
Jackwagon.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the talking lead jackwagon of the week, so brace yourself, baby.
All right, so I was reading through the news today, and I saw this guy, and there may be others more deserving, but, you got to call this out. This is just pure stupidity. So the police chief in Tacoma, Washington, his name is Don Ramsdale or something like that. And I don't know if this was his idea or not, but he's a police chief, and he okayed it. So they're setting up these drop boxes, I think just like a mailbox, like on the street corners, where people can go and just anonymously at their leisure drop their guns in there that they don't want anymore.
Mm-hmm.
How ridiculous is that?
Well, I think all of these gun return things are ridiculous. That one's especially ridiculous.
So I guess this is probably spun off the gun buyback idea, where they were like, "Hey, come in, we'll buy your guns back." Well, now they're not even offering any money. They're just wanting you to give it to them free now, and just these little receptacles. Yeah, you just go up to a box, and I haven't seen a picture of it, so I don't know what they. So what if somebody's got an AR, a rifle that they want to drop in there,
stuff it in there,
or an M60 that they want to drop in there. Are they going to accommodate that size? But they say it's completely anonymous. You're not going to be hassled or harassed or questioned. You just go drop your gun off there.
So where is this box going to be? In the precinct?
Let me read the story right quick.
Yeah, I'm looking at the article, but.
So it says, worth a shot, Tacoma Moles gun drop boxes, and this is on Fox News. Gun control advocates in Tacoma, Washington are thinking inside the box, literally, with a controversial proposal to set up a gun drop box to encourage residents to turn in firearms, no questions asked. The city of over 200,000 has similar collection boxes for drugs, and officials say a secure steel box can help get guns off the streets without subjecting nervous citizens to police interaction. I mean, don't you want to catch the criminals? Isn't that the whole point, is to catch the people who are using these things illegally and who have acquired them ill-gottenly? So the main intent and goal is just to get these weapons off the streets, Tacoma Police Chief Don Ramsdale told the News Tribune, stressing that the program is still in its planning stages. Obviously, they didn't put much thought into this. Only people that are going to turn their guns in are law-abiding citizens. Criminals aren't going to turn their guns in.
Yeah, and they probably are going to be turning in stolen guns that have bodies on them.
But here's the thing, too. Who's to say they don't have little hidden cameras set up?
Yeah.
Criminals aren't very smart, but surely they're smarter than that. Probably not. But so it goes on to say, dubious critics say a box full of guns could prove tempting to criminals. So there's another problem that they're creating for themselves, and that if people actually took the city up on the offer, they don't really think people are going to do it. In other news, new gun store for criminals opens in Tacoma called the Drop Box, one person tweeted. Tacoma Police Union President Sergeant Jim Barrett doubts the boxes will get much use, other than people trying to steal them. Try to steal them like they do ATMs is what they'll do.
Well, it sounds to me like they want to save some money. They don't want to do the buybacks anymore. They don't want to actually spend money buying the guns back. So they want you to just give it up for nothing. But they're going to have to design special boxes for all of this. You know that.
Well, it sounds to me
a very complicated box.
Yeah, but it sounds to me like they're trying to just look like they're trying to do something. It's like people are on their back to do something, so they're just coming up with these lame brain, off the cuff ideas to try to appease these people that are squeaking in their ears. Do something about the gun control. Do something about the guns. Well, what they need to do, instead of wasting money and time on these lame brain projects, is they need to invest in more training for their police officers, and even hiring more police officers to patrol the streets to go out and catch the criminals. So they're wasting money on these, good money that could be put in toward training or towards hiring of more police officers that would do worlds much good.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that, man. I think that it's just one of these things of, hey, look, we're doing something about this. When I think if you really want to do something about it, just give everyone guns. Okay? If the criminals there thought that everyone had guns, we'd have less crime. Okay? That's the way I see it. If everyone has guns, if people are worried about that, yeah.
It's a proven fact that
an armed society is a polite society.
If law-abiding citizens are armed and trained and know how to defend themselves, then that is the best deterrent against criminals.
Yeah, it just amazes me that we keep going in the wrong direction and we keep doing the same thing over and over again, thinking it's going to change something. It doesn't change anything, and we refuse to try the opposite side of just making sure
what it
everyone's
is.
armed.
Well, and that's the hard thing. That's the hardest thing to do. People want the easy way out, Hank. They want to take a magic pill to make them the next, Mr. America. People don't want to work out. They don't want to lift the weights. They don't want to do the hard work that it takes to actually to make a difference. They want to come up with these pacifist, these pacifying ideas of setting up drop boxes for criminals to go and turn the guns in. Well, why don't they just go ahead and set up these jail cells where they can just walk in and turn themselves in also? Because if they're going to turn their guns in, why wouldn't they turn themselves in also? Doesn't that make sense? Isn't that the easy way? Wouldn't that be the easiest way for them to solve this problem?
Well, what's going to happen a lot, whenever I look at the footage of people who actually, when they do the gun buybacks, I see a lot of people that don't, it's hard to tell who looks like a criminal, but when you see little old ladies taking the only gun they have in the house and getting the money, it always makes me think, man, so when someone kicks in your door, little old lady, you got nothing.
And maybe that's a good thing, that they got nothing to take from her now. Maybe they'll just leave her alone. But
I doubt
still,
it.
I know that's not gonna be the case. We know that.
Yeah, you don't really see the real, the thugs, the people that would be like, yeah, that guy right there is a gangbanger. The guy with the teardrops and all that. You don't see those guys turning in the guns.
Yeah. Why not take the money that they're wasting on these stupid drop boxes? I guarantee you they're setting up all kinds of elaborate, ridiculous little concoctions to be able to keep these things, anti-theft, people from stealing them, breaking into them, and all that kind of stuff. Probably spending millions of dollars on that research to come up with a box if they haven't already. Why not take that money and train the citizens and the individuals on how to properly defend and use their guns to defend themselves? That would be a better use of the money and the time.
Yeah, you know what I think? In New York recently, right? And I don't know if this falls into the jackwagon thing, but recently that we had the Labor Day parade in New York. I don't know if you know what that's all about.
A Labor Day parade? I assume it's a parade that people throw in order to celebrate the day of non-labor, with the day they're not supposed to work.
No, Labor Day in New York, they have a Labor Day parade, or what's known as the West Indian Day parade. So
West Indian Day.
Yeah, West Indian Day. So
what's that got to do with Labor Day?
Don't ask me. It's,
are they tying two holidays into one? Is that what it is?
Yeah, New York likes parades. So Labor Day is the one for the Caribbean people.
It's just another excuse for a parade. That's all it is.
Yeah, but a lawyer that's, I guess, part of the Cuomo administration got shot in New York.
Recently?
While all this stuff was, yes.
So
on Labor Day.
Okay, Labor Day, okay.
Yeah. So, so obviously Cuomo is using that for, as another excuse to call for national gun policy. Now, here's the thing about it. We're talking about New York City, where even to legally get a gun, John Stossel, who is, he's in the public eye. He's gotten lots of death threats and all kinds of stuff. Tried to get a permit legally to carry a gun in New York City and could not do it. That's how difficult it is to legally carry a gun in New York City. You have to be really wealthy. Donald Trump has a permit. It's a real nightmare to be able to carry a concealed weapon in New York City.
So Donald Trump has a carry permit for New York?
Yes, I believe so.
Do you think he carries?
Has
he ever stated that he carries?
I think that hairdo is hard. So, and the point I'm making to you about New York is this. So it's really difficult to get guns in New York, right? New York is the state that they want to put the limit on it. What is it, like 5 rounds, 6 rounds, or something like that?
1.5, I think.
Yeah. So with all these draconian laws and whatever's going on in New York, the stuff still happens.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. It's a complete waste of time.
It's just like we were talking about last week, Hank. I mean, the cities that have the most stringent gun laws are the ones who have the highest gun crimes.
Yeah.
Because the only people that are abiding by the law are law-abiding citizens.
Right. And regardless of all the things that they do in New York, at one point, New York had some kind of law that the police can just if you're walking down the street, they could just stop you, search you.
Yeah.
They did all kinds of crazy things like this, and they still have a tough time, man. If you look into the stories, I've seen stories in New York of the police bringing guns into New York and selling them illegally. It gets really crazy. All you do is create a situation where you make everything worse, and instead of just going the other way and making it easier for the law-abiding citizens there to protect themselves and fight back.
Right.
And I think that's the way to deal with all of this. Instead of calling if we're going to have a national gun policy, it should just be that it should be easier for everyone who wants to have access to guns legally has access to them.
Mm-hmm. And instead of spending all this money on trying to take the guns away from everyone, legal and non-legal, I understand, their whole mindset is that if there are no guns, then there are no gun crimes. Well, that's true. If guns did not exist, or they did away with every single gun, every 543 million guns, I don't know how many there are.
Okay, just making it up.
Then by reason, there could be no gun crimes. Okay?
Yeah, there'll just be other crime.
There would be other crimes. There would be knife crimes. There would be baseball bat crimes. There would be rocks and stone crimes. There would be, people beating each other with their fists and hands crimes.
Yeah.
The mentality, that the guns are the problem, that is the problem. Guns aren't the problem.
Yeah. But, you're talking to people who are just not going to get that, and they think the way to go about it is just go in the opposite direction, and that's going to make everything okay.
Well, I think they're thinking that, if somebody attacked me with a knife, my chances of survival are going to be higher. Or if somebody attacked me with a bat, I'm less likely to get killed as quickly. It's going to be more painful, probably. But, they don't see the big picture.
If someone attacks you with a knife, like we were talking about suppressors and silencers and all that, that's likely to be quieter.
It is and why don't we have to register knives? Because they're naturally suppressed.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, that day's coming.
Pay a tax stamp on us. Yeah. But our point, the point is, I think your point is well taken. So, again, we're not going to solve the world's problems here on this show, but we just try to bring a little common sense out there, and the people with the common sense are the ones that are listening to the show. And that's the problem. We need you guys to get out there and talk to these people that don't have the common sense, and spread the word, and try to just convert one moron. Make that your goal. Convert one ignorant person a week or a month, even just one a month would definitely change the tide of our society and get people so our society's not reverting to that movie like we talked about last week. Was it Idiocracy?
Yeah.
So we're not, that's the way we're headed right now. We're going to have a planet full of bubbas and dumbasses.
I don't think we're headed there, man. I think the train is already in the station, and
that's what I'm saying. It's
embarked.
It's getting momentum, and we got to stop it. So education's the key there. But you were telling me, we were talking about Donald Trump earlier about how he has a carry permit.
Right.
And he's running for president right now. I'd be curious to know what the other candidates that are running for president, what's their stance on firearms right now? Do you have anything on that?
Well, yeah, I know. It's politics season again.
Yeah.
So we've got to deal with that kind of stuff in the world, and I am very curious to know what are the the 2016 presidential candidates, who is armed, what's their stance on guns, so
Who is telling us that they've got our best at heart, our best
Yes.
interest at heart? Who's telling us that?
yeah, so let's look into it now. Bob Owens from Bearing Arms.
Bob Owens, isn't that
Bob
the sausage guy?
What?
Bob Owens down on the farm.
Okay, yeah, I don't
That's
know.
Bob Evans. I'm sorry, Bob Evans.
No, Bob Owens is the guy that runs Bearing Arms, and he shared this article, which is from the UK Telegraph, and they listed which Republican candidates owns guns, and they put what's their NRA rating, and are they a gun owner or not, and
Whoa,
what known guns they have.
back up a second. What's an NRA rating?
I don't know. There's apparently the NRA has some kind of rating.
A rating system for presidential candidates?
Yes.
Okay.
So it's like A to
Fair
F.
enough.
Yeah, so we were talking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump is a gun owner. He does not have a rating from the NRA, and the known guns here looks like some kind of pistol.
Looks like a 1911.
Yeah, it looks like a 1911 or maybe
Or a SIG
SIG.
227, 226.
Yeah, it looks like a SIG to me. If you guys want to look this up, just go to Bearing Arms and look ranking candidates guns. Look that up. So Jeb Bush is the next one on there. It says does not own a gun. That blows my mind.
What? Jeb Bush?
Yeah, but then his
Okay.
NRA rating is A+, so I don't even understand that.
We need to find out what the NRA, does it tell down here what the NRA rating is?
No, we will have to look up NRA. Let me see. I'm going to look up NRA rating.
I think it's probably been their stance on gun laws and bills. I think that's probably what it is.
Yeah, the NRA is probably keeping. It looks like they're keeping some kind of track of
Their stance on gun laws and how they
their
voted.
stance and support. Yeah. So I'm guessing that Jeb Bush is there because he was a governor and signed laws that the NRA feels is pro-gun, but he doesn't actually own one, according to this.
According to now, I find that very hard to believe because aren't the Bushes a Texas family?
Yeah, I guess they're the only people in
And
Texas.
his
that
dad
don't even
was the director of the CIA, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I find it very hard to believe that Jeb Bush does not have a gun.
He apparently doesn't own any guns, man. Fluent in Spanish, but does not own guns.
Okay. All right.
So,
Two things that don't add up. There you go.
yeah. So Marco Rubio does own guns, and he's got a B+ rating. Looks like he has some kind of revolver.
Yeah, it's like a judge.
Yeah, something like
Forest
that.
judge or
357 or something.
Yeah.
Scott Walker, yes, does own guns. He's A+. He's got some rifles.
Got a shotgun, and he's got looks like a hunting rifle, bolt action with a scope on it.
Yeah. And then we've got Ben Carson, he is a gun owner, but there is no NRA rating on Ben Carson, and we don't have the details of what guns he owns.
Known guns. So it looks like Scott Walker's more into the hunting side because he's got a shotgun and he's got the hunting rifle. Looks like Mark Rubio, what they're saying, he's got a revolver, handgun, more defense. Same thing with Donald Trump. Now we're going down to who's next? Ted Cruz?
Yeah, Ted Cruz does own guns. He's got an A+ rating, and looks like he's got pistols and rifles and such. Looks like some kind of shotgun.
It's a shot. Yeah, the revolver and the shotgun's what his little icons are. I don't know what these icons, if they mean anything or not. They don't give us a key.
Yeah. Now, there's a dude here named Jim Gilmore that I'm going to have to look up because I never heard of him. Have you?
No.
No.
Jim,
but
yeah, I've seen that face looks familiar. Jim Gilmore, he's a yes and he's an A, and he's got an arsenal.
Yeah, he's armed up. He's got army guns.
Dude, no, he's got they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the SIG P226s.
He dual wields, man, because he's got double pistols on his thing.
He's Hitman. Two shotguns.
Yeah, I like him.
I mean, he's like I don't know why he's not an A+ for the NRA, man. Dude's stacked. So Jim Gilmore, we need to look into him.
We all need to look into Jim Gilmore and get him some more traction. Okay.
At least maybe get him on the ticket for vice president.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay,
right,
he was this. It says here, I'm looking at him. He was the 68th governor of Virginia.
Virginia, okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So he's 65 years old. So there we go, man. We like Jim Gilmore. even though we don't know who the hell
based on
he is.
this graph, that's the only thing we're basing this on right now.
Yeah.
He may be a complete douchebag. I don't know.
I'm sorry. This is one thing that I think a lot of the people that are both of our fans out there are like this. This is something that's a big issue to me when I'm going to go to vote. I know you don't talk about politics a lot, but this is something I would think about.
Yeah. Now let's move on down. We got a few more to go. I want to get down to this one guy right here. He's got looks like he's going to be our favorite, but keep going.
Okay, Rand Paul is yes, and he's an A, but we've got no details on the guns.
He's probably got an arsenal.
Yeah, we've got Rick Santorum. He's yes, and he's an A plus, and he's got several.
Yeah, he's got the pistol and he's got double shotguns.
Yeah, and then we've got Bobby Jindal. That's yes, and he's an A plus, but no details on his guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, then we got George Pataki from New York.
George Papa Giorgio.
Yeah, and he's a yes, but an F. The NRA gives him an F.
George Papa
and he
Giorgio.
owns a shotgun. He's from the Joe Biden school of you must have a shotgun.
He likes to duck hunt. Okay, so here we go. Mike Huckabee. He's a yes.
Huckabee.
He's an A plus.
Yeah, the Huckster.
He's got an AR style rifle icon there.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a tactical shotgun. It's a pistol grip shotgun, and he's got a hunting rifle. So
with a scope, yeah,
he's looking good there. I like the looks of Mike Huckabee there.
Yeah, Huckabee. I mean, and then we've got Carly Fiorina on here. So Carly Fiorina is not a gun owner, but she gets an A. Don't understand that.
Because her 6 guns owned, or the 6 guns she has are owned by her husband.
I don't know what that means at all.
That means she's got guns, but they're not in her name. Her husband does all the buying, and she just goes out and shoots with him probably a little bit.
I don't know what that means because Lola owns everything I own. So,
well, you're a felon. You can't legally own guns.
Yeah, right.
G. Gordon Liddy.
I don't understand. Like it's owned by her husband. Okay, that's just weird to me. Okay, Rick Perry. He's a yes, an A plus, but they look like Rick Perry's got like a little 380.
It's a little Kel-Tec three-pat. Rick Perry's got a Kel-Tec 3-pat.
That's just I don't know what's up with that, man. I saw Rick Perry at the NRA, by the way. So if you want me to mention the people I saw at NRA, Rick Perry is one of those. I saw him at NRA for sure.
In Nashville this year?
Yes.
Yeah. There was several people here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who's the next one? John Kasich?
Yeah, Kasich.
Whatever. Yeah. He's a yes. He's an A minus, and he's got a Glock. Looks like a Glock icon there. Maybe. And then we got the Chris
Christie.
Christie Cookie. He's a no, and he's a C on the NR rating, and
obviously nothing.
Yeah.
And he's from Jersey, but we know Christie. Chris Christie is a rhino. So
yeah, he eats cookies too. He owns that cookie company. Lindsey Graham is a yes, and it's like an A minus, or is that a plus? Yeah. I'm blind.
No,
it's a minus.
Hold on. Let me zoom it up.
It's a minus.
I'm going to say it's a minus. Yeah,
it's an A minus. If you look at Bobby Jindal's plus, it's pretty obvious. So it's a minus.
Overstated. Yeah.
And he's got it's like a Remington shotgun, and he's got an AR style modern sport rifle there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we don't call them assault rifles. They're not assault rifles, people. They are either just AR-15s or they are modern sporting rifles.
Yes.
Don't play into the freaking liberal media's fake names that they've come out with with our firearms.
Murder guns,
black guns.
Yeah,
black murder guns.
Yeah. So there you go.
Black rifles.
You know what? I just want to say this before I forget it. I saw somewhere on the internet, someone had on a T-shirt that said "Black Knives Matter." I love that.
Black knives.
Yeah. So
okay.
Anybody that wants to get me a present, get me that shirt.
What is a black knife?
I don't know. I like the shirt, man. Black knives, man. Maybe that's like a tactical knife. I mean,
yeah, it could be like a real knife.
Yeah, but I like it. I would if someone gets me
that's awesome.
Shirt, double extra large for the Hankster. I will rock it on the shows, in the videos.
Cool. So check out
Black Knives Matter.
Check out Bearing Arms, BearingArms.com for this little graph thing. I mean, we had fun with it. Obviously, don't base your voting just on this little chart here. That would be redonkulous. But Mike Huckabee, I mean, he's He's strong with the guns there. I like that.
Yeah, one of the things I like about Huckabee, there's no shame in his game, man. He's straight up about what he's all about.
Yeah, he's been backing that chick that got arrested in Kentucky for not issuing the marriage licenses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he's been up there backing her.
Yeah, didn't he get her released, or at least he went up there for the?
Well, he was there. I'm sure he wants to take some credit for it, whether he did or not. I don't know. I don't know. I've got mixed opinions on that one anyway, as far as how that goes. But
yeah,
more
I
power
think
to her.
I agree with you.
It takes people standing up for their beliefs to get things changed or noticed or recognized. So, something good comes from it, the great.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with standing up for what you believe.
Not at all. I don't think she should have been jailed for that. She should have just been fired or dismissed or relieved of duty. Something along those lines. But then definitely the federal government. All right, here I am giving my damn opinion. Damn it, Hank! I'm not talking politics.
Well, here's the thing about this. This is something that can be used against us later on, because if the federal government comes in and says, well, guns are now illegal, and Kentucky goes, no, we think guns are legal, and we're going to let our people have guns, right?
Well, that's the thing. The governor's not been behind this chick at all. He's been a spineless little prick, and he's pretty much. That's why the federal government got involved. I think it was because he didn't want to have a set of balls and step up and make a decision. Yeah,
and here's the other thing. There's a lot of people that are for breaking federal laws when it comes to things like marijuana, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's a lot of states that make up their own laws when it comes to marijuana and break and go against federal law, and we're okay with that.
Colorado.
Yeah, the president says that he's not enforcing any immigration laws, and he's okay with that. Those are federal laws. So that's
the president's okay with not enforcing anything that he decides he wants to do.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's where I come down on this. Personally, I don't care who gets married to who or how many people or whatever. That's not my business. I'm all for polygamy and all the igamies.
You hearing that, Lola? You listening, Lola? You better smack him upside the head. I feel a smackdown coming down, Hank.
Slap. So, I think the problem, the thing here. So I'm on that side of it. I don't really have that opinion. But what I think is that someone's got to stand up for what they believe here, and they can tell. People will come in and tell us, "Oh no, this is a federal law. You got to do it. If you don't do it, there's something wrong with you." And then they break other federal laws that are convenient to them.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
it's double standards, obviously, and anyway, I'm done talking about. I'm done talking politics. No more politics.
This can be used against us in the future.
Okay, there you go. So let's move on to our trivia.
Black Lives Matter. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So last week, our trivia question was based on a video that Lola did. The beautiful, lovely Lola, wife of Hank Strange, lucky man. And she was doing a video on the Bond arms. So, Hank, tell us a little bit about the video and what the question was and what the answer was.
Okay, yeah. So the Bond arms Derringer comes in lots of different calibers. You can change the barrels and do different calibers. However, Lola's favorite one was the 410.
The 410.
That's the answer.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the winner of this week, and again, guys, this is completely random, so don't hate. You got to admire the guy because he plays every week, so he deserves.
He's one of the two guys.
He's one of the two guys that competes. If I don't start getting more participation, I'm going to.
And the other guy is Zeke, so we're saying,
and he's ineligible. So, but Chuck Sanford, ladies and gentlemen,
yay, Chuck Sanford!
Congratulations. Appreciate the participation. I've got your contact info. Don't send it to me. I'll give it to Hank, and Hank will send you the Hank Strange, Lola Strange swag bag.
Yes, Lola will actually do that. So
Lola, and it's going to have all kinds of assorted Hank Strange and Hank Strange sponsor. What do people?
Yeah, whatever. Any swag that we get when we go to SHOT Show, NRA, or different things, or companies send us swag, we save all that and we give it back to the folks.
There you go. So Chuck, Be looking for your lifestyles of the locked and loaded. There we go. Swag bag, baby.
Yeah. Awesome.
So should I do a trivia this week or not? Should I let the listeners? That's what I'm going to do. So if you want me to continue doing the trivia, send a message. You can send it to talkingled@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Facebook. Do not hit me up on Instagram because I do not get messages on Instagram. I don't know how it works, and I'm not going to spend the time to try to figure it out. Twitter, I think I might have that figured out. You could try it, but your best bet is Facebook and the talkingled@gmail.com.
Or smoke signals.
If you've got jackwagon suggestions. Oh, that reminds me. I do have a jackwagon suggestion. Let me go to Facebook here. Oh, I got to go over here. Wrong messages.
Yeah, I didn't say to go find your Ashley Madison messages.
Ashley Madison.
You know, listen, this is going to be no, Ashley Madison is still out there. You know, I've noticed that there's all these dating sites for different people. Now, I'm not in the dating game officially, but, you know, there's like
Lola, smack him.
You know, there's like Jew date, there's farmers meetup, you know, there's like Christian singles and all these different. I mean, someone needs to make the gun lovers dating.
Oh, I'm sure NRA's got a dating site. I'm sure
someone should do that. Yeah.
You probably would
help out all those lonely guys, not me, but all those lonely dudes out there that want to find, or dudettes that want to find significant
chicks.
Yeah, they want people that want to find significant others that believe in guns.
It's okay. All right, so Nathan A., I don't know if he wants me to say his name or not, sent me this link, and it's a video
of who,
and what it is, it's I guess they're either Chinese or Japanese. I think they're probably Japanese people.
But
they've got like all these clips. And this must be a thing in Japan to where, all right, so this one guy is going to be like behind the wall, and this other guy is like backing up, like begging for his life.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's either got like a fake gun or they're, you know, hitting their shoe on the ground to make it sound like a gun going off.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like they're getting shot. And they do this when they see somebody like coming around the corner or something like that. And they'll stick the gun like around the corner, so all you see is the gun, and then it goes off, and this guy gets shot, and then all these people are reacting different ways to it.
So they're doing pranks.
It's pranking, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not real. They're just, and you know, it's like America's or Candid Camera. You remember the show Candid Camera?
Yes.
I don't know if that's still on these days, if kids know what that is, but
it's called YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, it was just pranking. You know, they're just, what was the one on MTV that they did where the celebrities would go and they would prank? Punked.
Yeah.
That's the word. All right. So they're punking.
Yeah.
they're punking, but they're doing it like an active shooter situation. Can you imagine if somebody did this in America, what would happen? They would get shot. They would really get shot because some responsible gun owner.
Yeah. Some dude that's trained up.
Sees this guy begging for his life and then sees this gun go and this guy's dropping down dead.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to react.
Yeah, you do that around like someone that's costified, it's over.
You're going to get Swiss cheesified.
Yeah. Even in Japan, that's not a good idea.
Nowhere is that a good idea.
Yeah.
You especially don't want to do that in South Africa or Iran or Iraq or
I think
Texas or Tennessee or California. You don't do that anywhere. It's stupid. So, yeah, Nathan, those guys are definitely going to be thrown on the jackwagon train. And he sent it from a Facebook page. It's called Miss Arab USA.
Okay.
That's the name of the Facebook page, Miss Arab USA. But anyway, I'm glad you said that. That reminded me. So, yeah, just like Nathan sent that in, you guys send in your jackwagon candidates. If you got a cool fact to fight the myth that you'd like to throw out there, want us to talk about, be happy to do that. Or if you've got content, something or somebody, a person that you'd like me to interview to have on the show, send your request in. Love to hear them. That's talkingled@gmail.com or Facebook. Obviously, that's Talking Lead. And don't hit me up on Instagram.
But do follow Marty on Instagram or follow
Talking Lead. Follow Talking Lead.
Probably don't even have an Instagram.
I do. Yeah, no, I've got an Instagram and I can post and I can see posts and stuff like that. I just don't know how to do the messaging on it. My phone will not allow it. I got a Windows phone. I got a damn Windows phone, and it won't let me message. I can make posts and I can make comments, but
I think you have to send a picture to send a message. That's what it's all about.
Okay, I don't know.
But I don't use it. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't have time. Don't have time to figure it out.
Anyone who wants to send me messages is real easy. Go to Facebook/Hank Strange. And that's the fan page, and you can send messages through that. It's the easiest thing in the world.
You can send them to me, and I'll tell Hank what your messages are.
Yeah, like 20 years from now, he'll see me.
Or if you want to get in touch with me, you can go to Hank Strange's Instagram because he knows how to message on Instagram.
No, I'm still not gonna. Here's how you send messages on Instagram. You look at someone's picture, and you go at so and so. Hey, what's up, man?
But that'll like private message them?
Oh, no, private messaging. You have to send some kind of picture and then put a message in it.
But it'll private message that person and nobody else can see it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, then don't do Instagram because I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Just stick with Facebook and the email.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. So that brings us to the end of another chaos-filled Talking Lead episode with none other Hank Strange.
Yes.
Hank, appreciate you being on, buddy.
Thanks for having me.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
I might even have you on again sometime.
In France, they call me Le Chevalier Étrange.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, that's French for Hank Strange. I don't know. I just made that up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, never listen. I'm just trying to throw you off your game.
Is that like would you use Calypso French? Is that what that is?
No, I think that means strange night.
All right, we'll go with that. We'll run with that one. But tell everybody how they can get in touch with you. Or you tell everybody about your pages, about your Full 30 and all that.
Yeah, I'm on Full 30. I'm on YouTube. Everything is on the Hank Strange. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, Twitter, you name it. Pinterest. What are you posting on Pinterest? Lola runs the Pinterest for Hank Strange, and she puts stuff up there, and people like it.
Okay.
So don't ask me, man.
I thought Pinterest was where people posted their doilies that they crocheted or knitted, and
no, there's some gun dudes on Pinterest.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out, I guess.
Yeah.
Something else I'm missing out on.
Yeah, I also have this very cool AK pistol called the Nano from IO Inc., which is Interordnance Inc., which is a Florida company.
Yeah.
So this is a very cool AK pistol.
An AK pistol? What? 7?
Yeah. 7-inch barrel. I have shot it before, but not this particular one. Just got this in, so we're gonna do some testing. People always ask me about interordnance, so I got this in for testing, and so folks can look forward to me running that.
Are you an AK guy?
You know what? I like AKs. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm kind of starting my journey into the AK world. I've never owned an AK. I've shot them before, very limited. Maybe a handful.
Okay.
But it's something that I'm wanting to get more into and learn more about. And I actually want to start doing like a once a month segment on the show about AKs, just dedicated to AKs. That way I can learn more about it. My listeners can learn more about it.
Very cool.
I've got one on the way, supposedly. I'm crossing my fingers. And then once that comes in, then maybe I can have you back on the show and we can talk about that AK pistol when you get a chance to test it out.
Yeah, it's very cool. This one is made 100% in the USA.
100% in Florida?
Yes. Well, I'm
Florida,
not say
USA?
It's assembled here in Florida. I don't know if it's all the parts and everything are made here in the U.S. I don't know if they were all made in Florida, but definitely it's U.S. made and assembled.
Very cool.
And it has a lifetime coverage on it.
Lifetime warranty?
Yeah. Limited lifetime warranty on there.
Limited. Well, what's a limited lifetime warranty?
I don't know because what does lifetime mean?
I thought lifetime was this lifetime. Yeah. What's limited? You're going to limit
Forever.
my life?
Yeah.
It's like they decide to kill you. If they decide, all right, you've lived too long, I don't want to warrant that gun anymore.
At 99 years old, they don't want to hear from you.
Won't they just say it's a 99 year?
Yeah, you've had it for too long. No, I'm still alive. No.
But what I was saying is the AK that I'm hopefully going to be getting is all American made.
Cool.
But it's not an American company.
Okay.
I'm giving.
That's interesting. Yeah. Here's the thing. I don't think it has to be made all in the U.S., but it's nice. That's a nice thing. If you can get it, but the real AK aficionado dudes, have different AKs that they like from different places. So that's one of the things we could probably
from China, from Afghanistan, from obviously Russia, which is the king of the AKs.
Right, exactly.
Kalashnikov. Ooh, I didn't give a hint there.
Yeah. This sounds like it's going to be a nice AK, man.
Oh, we'll see. I've been threatened with it, so we'll see.
Hurry up and ship that AK out to Left Hand, please.
Let me have it. It may be there, just like my Sub 2000 was sitting there 3 weeks at the FFL waiting on. Nobody called me.
Yeah. Well, they just figured you have so many guns and.
What are you talking? I don't have any guns. I got 0 guns.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're that guy.
I'm that guy on that chart. You're
on that list.
A+ rating, but NA on the gun information.
You know what I would have been impressed with there? That would definitely get my vote. The dude that had like bullpups on.
That would be cool. Yes. Or if they had like a tank.
Yeah.
You see Trump ship. All these other guys have like the SIGs and the shotguns and the ARs, and then Trump sitting up there with a tank and a F-16 and
yeah,
F-18.
I'm surprised Huckabee didn't have a tank.
Yeah, he may.
Gatling gun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I'm kind of ashamed of the former governor of Florida, man. No guns.
Was it like no, or there just wasn't any information on him?
I closed it now, but it looked like no to me, man. So
all right, guys. So real quick, I want to give you a reminder to go and check out Mission 22 at mission22.com. That is an organization that has been set up and designed to help eliminate our veteran suicide rate. 22 veterans a day kill themselves, commit suicide. So go to mission22.com and support those guys any way you can. Send them money, spread the word, share their Facebook page, like their page, whatever you got to do. We need to make sure that organization gets as much exposure as possible. USA Cares is another organization that's set up and designed to help our veterans. Go to www.usacares.org. Obviously, as you guys know, that we have and continue to support the SEAL Legacy Foundation. So go check them out. And also go to Sheepdog IA, that's Sheepdog Impact Assistance. And those guys, what they're doing is phenomenal for our not only military, but our law enforcement, our fire department people, our EMS people. When they can no longer serve or they retire, they give them the opportunity to continue that sheepdog instinct that they have to help and serve and protect with disaster recovery missions throughout the world and mainly here in the United States. And then they also have therapeutic type things that they set up with, like golfing, hunting trips, scuba diving trips for our disabled law enforcement, military, fire department, EMS personnel as well. So check them out, sheepdogia.org. And a big thanks to our sponsors at ICE Training, icetraining.us. ICE stands for Integrity, Consistency, and Efficiency, the hallmarks of the programs, courses, and services provided by the company. ICE Training is a full-service company offering training to armed professionals and those interested in self-defense. ICE is owned and operated by Rob Pincus, the developer of the Combat Focused Shooting Program and the Professional Defense Video DVD series. ICE offers training in firearms, tactics, and unarmed defense, as well as consulting services for range operations, instructor development, and training program management. icetraining.us. Hank, again, thanks for being on the show. Look forward to having you on again real soon, buddy.
Thanks for having me, man. It's always a blast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And lead heads, as always, keep your loved ones close.
And remember, Black Knives Matter.
And your firearms closer.